Hello guys, I'm going to show you how to put on a 306A handlebar onto a Trick or Treat Studios chainsaw prop. So the first thing you want to do is open up the saw and remove the old handle. That's the first thing you're going to want to do. Secondly, you're going to want to find yourself a nut, and a bolt. So the bolt's already on the saw, or the nut's already on the saw. I'm going to show you how I did that in a second here. And a long, I don't know if this is a wood screw. Yeah, I think it's a wood screw with a washer on the end. Secondly, you're going to want to take your handlebar, you're going to want to cut a little part of it off on where the old threads were to put it on to the 306. Then you're going to draw another hole right here to match up with the saw. After you have done that, you want to take and put a little tiny hole in there for this screw to fit in. You do not want to drill it with a drill. You're going to want to just mark off where it is on the handle and then take a drill bit and put it in, because if you put the screw in there, you can risk cracking the cheap plastic they use. Next, you're going to want to go ahead and hot glue the nut on the bottom where the old opening was from where they had the old handle hot glued on there. You're going to want to hot glue the nut on there so there's a place to where this would thread into. Now you'll take your handle and you're going to want to put it in the hole over here and hold it there while you flip the saw over on its side. Then put your bolt through your handlebar on your your prop chainsaw, or the handle for the 306, and you're going to want to put it to where the nut is and start threading it in. Now I'm going to pause it here while I go ahead and I get this tightened up. So now I got the handle almost all the way screwed in. It's still loose, because now you're going to want to flip it over on its side so you can get this screw put in here. Make sure when you go ahead and you go to put it in, you're going to want to mark it where you got to put your screw in, or it won't line up properly. So let me go ahead and I'll put it right to where my hole is already, where I marked it. And now you can go ahead and you could screw that in with your Phillips screw all the way tight. So I'm going to pause it here, and I'll see you guys back when I'm done with doing that. So now I got the screw all the way screwed in. So now you'll take your saw and you'll flip it back on its side and finish tightening this up with your ratchet. You don't want to go too tight to where you'll rip out the bolt with the hot glue. And then once you do that, make sure the side over here is nice and tightened up. And if it is, get yourself a 306 handlebar on a Trick or Treat Studios prop saw. And it's looks pretty damn good. It's a little bit too far of a gap here, but it looks way better than that old chunky handlebar that you would get on your stock one. And it does have a little play in it. I mean, it's not going to be perfect. Neither was the one that came on it, but it's on there good. I have actually did a little test, and I swung it around holding it by this, and it'll hold. So as long as you're not like putting pressure down, you shouldn't really have any issues. Just holding it like you would with the stock one. It's not the prettiest down here, but it does help with stability, because before you would be able just to tip it, it would somewhat stay. But it's on there. I'm happy with it. You can see the screw ain't the prettiest. I'll probably just put maybe hot glue, just like a little tack, or like a cut off a head to a different bolt, put it in there, or maybe I'll put a nut inside here and use it like that. But it's perfect for me now. I like how it is. It feels good in the hands. I feel like I can actually lug this thing around a lot better now. I mean, you could see it's got a little play in it, but it's not going to be nowhere perfect. I mean, but yeah, that is how to put a 306 handlebar on a Trick or Treat Studios chainsaw prop. Thanks so much for watching.